Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Welcome back. Today, I want to talk about women leaving their marriages and trying to cope with the idea that their life is a lot better. Oh, man, this is always a topic that I keep coming back to because I keep meeting more and more women who are attempting to do the same shit. Just today, this morning, had to talk another 40-year-old woman off the wall. Do not leave your husband with 2 kids who's providing everything for you. I've discovered that the majority of women who are actually doing this are actually quite comfortable. So my theory in this issue, and I've mentioned this many times before, is that women get bored. And you know what happens to a woman who's comfortable? Boredom. They equate freaking peace and tranquility to boredom.
If we're going to choose one partner and be with them until, we're both gone, how do we navigate the challenge of keeping the desire continuously?
Look, we know that women get bored with monogamy much sooner than men.
Wow. Is this a fact or is this
That's research.
Okay.
That's not just fact. That is men's desire in long-term relationship goes down gradually. He actually is much more able to remain interested, and maybe just because he's interested in the experience itself and he has a partner there.
Wow.
And it's always been translated as, well, that's because women care less about sex, rather than it's because women care less about the sex that they can have in their committed relationships, which is often not interesting enough for them. And it often has to do with the fact that the story, the character, the plot is not seductive.
I've said this in a previous video. I'm going to say it again, gentlemen. And ladies, the ladies that are listening, please try to understand this. Men want peace. Women want mental stimulation constantly because they're more emotional. Men just want to be able to work their asses off to ultimately get peace. That's it. Because in his world, there's chaos. In order for that man to protect and provide for his family, he has to go and fight others who are trying to get the same thing, other men. When he comes home, all he wants to do is relax, peace, chill out. If the woman is home and she's had nothing else to do, or she's doing some little part-time thing that she feels is her big project, and she comes home and he come home and she's like, oh, you know what happened today? Guess what happened? And this happening and this happening and guess what? And the kids, blah, blah, and the kids. Men don't want that. Men don't want that. So she blames the husband for not being able to listen to her. Do she want solutions? I said, do you want a solution to the problem that you're talking about? No, I just want him to listen. That's not what men do. There is nothing more frustrating than a woman who just blabbers on just to hear her own voice and then expect her husband to go, yeah, honey, yeah, honey, yeah. She's complaining that her husband just don't look like he's interested. He isn't. That's the problem. If you don't want a solution to the problem, your husband isn't interested because he wants to give you a solution so that you don't have to talk about it and you don't have to stress about it. But you enjoy that stress. You say you don't, but I can assure you, if everything was peaceful and calm, you would go freaking nuts. So the peace and quiet and harmony that a man brings into the house has to be disrupted by you, because that's what brings you, female, woman, stimulation. That's your idea of excitement. You need that. My wife knows better than to do that shit. She come home and I'm polite. I will say, how's your day, babes? She say, oh, great. Same, no problem. Because she knows telling me about it and not expecting me to give solutions is a waste of her time and a frustrating time for me. Now, if we go out and we sitting down for breakfast or we go somewhere and she could just blabber away at these things, and now she has my full undivided attention because now I can deal with these things because I'm in a peaceful environment and I'm relaxed, and I can just let her verbal diarrhea just keeps coming. And that's what women love. I told this lady today, Your husband isn't your gay friend that's going to sit around going, yes, child, you tell me, you tell him, that's the way it is. Yeah, that's the way, that's what I'm talking about. That's not your husband. He's not one of your yapping girlfriends going, yeah, girl, sure, you do it. Yeah, but is that what he did? Really? Is that what he said? That's not your husband. That's not the man you married. So you do that shit with your other friends. Your husband comes home, he has a good meal on the table. Hey, he needs some peace and quiet and relaxation. That's it. Silence. He needs to decompress. So when do I get to talk to him about these things? I just told you. When the time is appropriate, that's when you do it. And so the problem now we have, gentlemen, is women are leaving their men because they have it good. Listen to what I just said. Women are leaving their good men because they have it good. Because to them, good stability means boring. Sitting on the beach with the waves coming in. Shh. Nice quiet waves. Shh. Nice soft breeze. Shh. I'm going to see if I can find some video with this. Nice soft breeze. But they're just, for those of you that grew up in the Caribbean, you know this feeling when you go walking on the beach or sitting on the beach and that nice, there's no crashing waves, just peacefulness. Some people find that boring. Other people find that tranquil and heavenly. So that analogy is what I'm trying to get across to you. She will find it boring. Before we get into the videos today, guys, please subscribe, hit the notification bell, and of course, hit me up over on Instagram. Send me a voice message if you have anything on your mind that you'd like to ask the older man. Okay, if you need a longer session, get me over on askanolderman.com. So today, we want to get into this one channel that keeps coming across my feed, and it's called The Wall. I don't know, I guess quite a few of you guys would have seen it, but it's basically just highlighting women who've hit the wall. And for you ladies that don't know what the wall is, it's that point in your life where you're no longer attractive to the majority of men that you want. You're no longer getting that attention like you got when you were at the peak in your 20s. Anywhere between 21 to 26. That's your peak. That's the time when every man will find you pretty much ultra attractive.
You are single and you are in the dating marketplace at that time when that happens. Say you're 37, 36, 38, 40, whatever it may be, and you are still on the hunt for that man, and you hit the wall and you can see in your face that you are no longer the face that you were at whether it was 30 or 35 or 25, whatever it is, you are going to be panicked because now you know that you are going to compete with women who are younger, who are largely more fertile, not always, but largely speaking, yes, who have that youthfulness to them, who have that estrogen, progesterone, whatever the hormonal balance is that makes someone young, it's there and you're losing it. And you become hyper aware of that. And that is why women begin to panic.
By 27, you're getting into the danger zone. Once you reach over your 30s, ooh, things slide very quickly. That's when the wall hits you hard, or you hit the wall. The wall doesn't move. That's it. The wall is undefeated. So I want to just basically highlight this one video of ladies who've hit the wall so that you all can see the problems that we're facing with women who have left their husbands and now they tell these stories. And I'm going to break these stories down for you. All right, let's get into it.
I've been divorced since 2017, and today I had to recall something from my old life, as I call it. So when we were married, he was in the Virginia retirement system, and during the lifetime of our marriage, I get half of his retirement funds. Well, we've never split that up, so we've decided to go ahead and start doing that. And in order to do that, you have to hire a lawyer, and you have to go through what's called a quadro. So it actually goes to the courts, and they have to approve this, and we have to send in like our divorce decree, and it's a big pain in the butt, and it costs a lot of money. So we're in the middle of doing that, and the lawyer's office called me today and asked me for my social security number and his social security number. Can you explain to me why I still know his social security number just as easily as I know mine? Like, why? When is this going to stop?
How can you not know this? If she wants to steal your money, your husband's social security number holds more value than yours.
I love how this guy puts it. But it's true, of course. But the other part is that she's reminiscing about 20 years of being with a man. Of course, that is literally like knowing your first phone number. That's not going to leave your mind. Point I want to highlight here, gentlemen, is how horribly painful divorce is going to take. I want you guys to understand that you cannot get away from a woman the instant those divorce papers are signed. No, she's getting alimony, and now she's coming for the mother lobe, half of your retirement. Now, listen, if this woman spent 20 years of her life sitting at home taking care of the kids, I can understand that perfectly. Listen, she is your employee if she's at home and you're taking care of her. Yes, she has to get half, unfortunately. But what I would like to highlight, when she said the lawyers, it's going to cost a lot of money, she said it without even blinking. These things will suck from both parties. Both parties are going to get screwed by the lawyers when a divorce occurs. And that's what women don't take into account. The majority of the money that you would have made from your husband is going to be eaten up by lawyer fees. The reason why she's not concerned is because she don't understand the reality of where that money is going to come from. That's going to come out of that retirement fund. It's going to come out of her pocket. But if she had stood by her husband's side right through to the end of her days, she would still be enjoying the fruits of his labor. She could have still gone out and get a little part-time job, enjoy her life in her later years while still having a husband. But no, the streets are always calling, always. And these women think that they could do better. Reality of it is, they'll just end up crying on TikTok. Let's get into the other lady.
Guess what? Going on a date. So I'm in California, so yes, my hair is flat. One of the few benefits of being out here. And kind of got a cute little outfit on. Gonna see how these Cali boys measure up to some of them that I've been trying to date in other cities. Yeah, I'm just not real sure about this, but what are we gonna do? Gotta put yourself out there, and sometimes you win, sometimes you lose, and most of the time it feels like I've lost. But hey, let's see how it goes.
The wall doesn't forgive. This woman has been single for a while. It's easy to tell when she has to move cities to see if she can get dates.
It's true. When you have ruined yourself in your whole city, where you can't even find a date in your city, you have to move cities to get a date. When you have to move cities to get a new man, woo. But what blows my mind is she's still going on like she's still hot. She's in her 50s. You understand? She's in her 50s still trying to look for Dick. Dick isn't here. Oh, well, these boys. Let's see what these boys are saying. Boys? You're a freaking 50-year-old woman. You calling men boys? Gotta go and look and see what these boys are doing. Freaking hair's dropping out. Yeah, I'm calling reality as it is. Which boys are gonna find that attractive? To do what? Beat it up? Yeah, there are men out there that will beat that to death and then walk out. Before he even pull his pants up, he'll probably walk out. But this is what these women think they need. Fast forward another 4 or 5 years, they're hitting close to 60. Ooh, the regrets will start sinking in. It's just unreal. This is what we're looking at with all of these women who have left their husbands. This is the reality of life. Out on TikTok talking about, oh, look at this little outfit in your 50s. Imagine a guy doing that. Standing up in the mirror going, yeah, but yeah, look, man, the guns are still out, the guns are good, man. Yeah, all good, I got on a really nice cologne right now, feeling good. looking good. Yeah, we'll get some girls tonight, you know, get some girls. Imagine a guy doing that. Men would laugh him to scorn. Get your old ass off there freaking talking about going getting girls. You do that shit privately. But women, look at her face, man. Women can do this and get away with it. Wow. Because what? They see other women on TikTok doing it.
Hi, hello, it's me. So this morning, I'm just going to get right into it. This morning, we had a meeting at the school for our oldest son. And so me and my ex are there together. You know, we're co-parenting the fuck out of this. We're doing a great job. We walk in together, united front, and we come out. And we're getting in our vehicles. We're like, yeah, we'll talk about this later, blah, blah, blah. And my car won't start. The minivan won't fucking start. And I'm like, what the fuck? Well, you see, there's this notification that's been going off for like probably a month that says change key fob battery. And I ignored it. And so today I had to have my ex take me to the store and help me change my key fob battery. And you know, this motherfucker had the audacity to say, make sure you tell TikTok that you had to call me for something today.
Good for this man. You claim to be a strong, independent woman who doesn't need any man, yet you have to go to your ex-husband to fix your car. And this man, probably wanting to keep the peace, helped you out.
It's unreal how women don't realize the importance of a man until he's gone. These are things that she never had to think about when she was with him, because the man would have seen it, taken care of it. I do the same thing with my wife in her car. I have actually told her, don't ignore any of the warning lights. The second it comes on, let me know. If you don't know how to fix it, let me know. And that's how we work, right? So, and this is what I'm telling you, gentlemen, is that when women become very comfortable, and part of that comfort is you do not make her see anything or experience anything that would make her uncomfortable. The minute something goes wrong in the house, you're fixing it. She don't have to be uncomfortable. The minute something goes wrong with the car, you fix it. She don't even know that it occurred. So none of life problems are affecting them. So they have a skewed view of reality. It's like my 17-year-old daughter right now. I am trying to get her to do a lot of the different housework and the things that have to be done around the house so that she can understand that this is adulting. And of course, I get the whole teenager attitude and the pushback, and then I have to get very strong with her, right? I don't want her using the dishwasher. I want her to learn how to wash dishes. I want her to learn how to sweep the yard. I want her to learn how to change a car tire. I want her to know life is difficult. They get this idea, and I said they, meaning my two teenage daughters, that, oh, okay, I did it yesterday, I don't have to do it today. No, the kitchen has to be clean every time you use it. Yeah, the stack of dishes that you keep in your bedroom because you haven't bought them out for a couple of days, they should have been washed the same day. So I don't want to see any more dishes sitting in your bedroom while you've been watching freaking YouTube and TikTok and eating in your room. That has to stop. Because in the past, up until the end of last year, the helper would come in and remove those dishes and take them downstairs and clean. They never had to do it. So reality is now sitting in. It's the same thing with women. They never had to see the hard bits of life. So when they feel like, oh, this is boring, this isn't exciting, I'm leaving, and then reality hits them like this, oh shit, this man is a good man. I'm sure she's on TikTok smearing him and about how bad he was and what he didn't do. But I can obviously see he's a good man. Ah, boy. It's hard, gentlemen. It's hard. Let's see what the next one is saying.
Okay, this is a call out to all my girls over 50 and single, especially if you've been married a long time, because getting out there is like, holy fuck, what is going on? So here are my top tips on what to do and how to find your soulmate. Number one, get a coach, get a mentor, get a therapist. I went to therapy for 2 straight years. One of the smartest things I ever did. Number two, start to read some books, take a course, start poring over things that are going to help you learn as much as you can. Number three, literally Basically, what is your part in the relationship? Like, own your stuff. All right. What is the theme? What do you keep attracting? Who are they? Number 4, you need to figure out what's healthiest for you, not what you want. I told my therapist, oh, I want a man that stands in his power. I think she was laughing her ass off at me. Okay. Because those men are usually narcissists. I really needed a man that was loving, that was kind, that was consistent, and that made me feel safe. And there you go.
And number 4 didn't get any man. It's funny how every woman, when they end a relationship, talks about going to therapy. Now, I wonder, why didn't they take it to improve as a wife instead of improving as a single woman? Because when their goal is to get a husband, all they care about is how much they can get. But as soon as they leave, they're like a company getting ready for the next client they have to scam.
Oh my God. This woman broke up and left a good man in order for her therapist to tell her she needs a good man. Oh, wow. I cannot understand the mind of a woman. It is very difficult for us men, who are logical thinking men, to understand the mindset of a woman like this. Ladies, I can tell you divorce is expensive. Not only for the man, but being single. Because the amount of money you're going to have to spend on therapy, motivational speakers, what do you call them? Romance coach, and you name every damn coach to get your head space together. When all you had to do, stay in your marriage. Not rocket science. Stay in your damn marriage. Done. Yeah. Because what you're going to get, my friend, is this. What she didn't tell you is stay in your marriage. That should have been the tip. The biggest number 1 tip. Stay in your marriage. Shit out here is hard. Because one thing she hasn't told you is, I have a man. No, she haven't told you that. None of these women have a man. So they have not achieved any level of success doing what they're doing. Every one of these ladies I'm highlighting are still single. Let's go on to the next one.
When I first told people that my ex-husband and I were getting divorced, and that beyond that, we were making this effort to have a really collaborative, pleasant divorce, and we were going to split the farm so we could both live here, and the kids could stay on the farm, and the kids could run back and forth, and we were going to do holidays together. And when I described the situation that we have here, there were 3 things that I heard all the time. The first was that I was never going to find someone as amazing as Derek. The second was that there was no way this was going to work, that we were both going to be able to live here, that we were going to get along, that this was going to be like a healthy situation for anyone. And then third, that even if we could do it, when we started dating people, it would never work, that we would never find partners that were on board with this plan. To those things, I would say that even if I was alone forever, it was better to be lonely alone than lonely in a relationship. But aside from that, I actually did very much believe that Derek and I both would be capable of finding people who were much better fits for us, and we would be much healthier and much happier with. But beyond that, even if it didn't happen, not really a point. 2, that we were absolutely capable of making this work because we were doing the work to make it work. And 3, neither one of us were going to date anyone who wasn't okay with this, so that was never going to be an issue. And I believe that people would be okay with it. I really strive to be humble to the point that I am studying humility for my dissertation research, getting a PhD. I deeply believe in the importance and the power of humility, and so I try really hard when I'm wrong and I realize I'm wrong to own that and to recognize it and have conversations about that, because I think it's important, right? To let people know when they are right and you are wrong and you have misjudged a situation. I also try not to say I told you so when I am right, because usually someone realizes it and that is enough satisfaction for me. But yesterday, it was a Sunday morning. I was sitting in my backyard. It was our first real cold fall morning here. My ex-husband's girlfriend drove the golf cart over to my house, and so she and I were sitting in the backyard together watching the kids play while we drank our coffee by the fire. The day before, she and I had a girls' day with my daughter where we took her together to get our nails done, which is something she and I do often together, even without my daughter, but this time she got to go. And then we went and got my daughter's ears pierced, and it was like a whole big exciting thing. They watched the kids for me while I had to go figure out like cell phone stuff before a trip that I'm going on. The day before that, she rode with me and the kids into town where we met my ex-husband, who go to the university homecoming parade for the afternoon, and then we all went to our friends' houses together to hang out and have dinner. While we were doing that, she and I were going over our plan for Thanksgiving and for Christmas, because her family is coming here for Thanksgiving and she's staying here for Christmas. And so we're going to have all 4 of our families together with the kids who have never in 4 years spent a holiday or birthday having like double of them apart from their parents. We have done all of them together. And there is something so satisfied about all of that. 1, because our life is amazing. But 2, this just feels like all the time I'm walking around and I just want to be like, I told y'all so. Like, bitches, I told you so. Like, we have done it. And our life is friggin' amazing and beautiful. So this is going to be the one time I unapologetically say, I told you friggin' so. And also, if you were one of those people, I know that you like meant well and you were just scared and you were worried for us and whatever. But next time, trust me when I tell you something will work. Because this has freaking worked.
The beauty of every story is that the beginning is never like the end. I'll make this clear to every man. Never mess where you eat. If you're divorced, try to close that chapter in a healthy way. This woman, even though she's the mother of your children, is not a part of your life anymore.
That is one of the most bizarre coping videos I've ever watched on a woman. So I want you to imagine this for a second. She is happy that another woman is being mother to her kids. Tell me she's okay with that. She's okay with another woman with her previous husband. Most women are not happy when they see their other half happy and they don't have a partner. Okay? She's pursuing her PhD. Another stupid move with a woman who have been taught that, oh, you need your degrees in order to get what? More money? Oh, she's doing a PhD in what? What subject? Some psychologist subject, because what she's talking about humility, how to be, she's getting a PhD in humility. Oh gosh. So now she's wasting that divorce money on some stupid education in order to what? Feel that she's accomplishing something more? What happens now when she gets a man? What happens when if she ever finds one? Because this is what she failed to mention. Oh, I'm happy. My husband found a new woman and he's moving on with his life when my PhD is keeping me warm. Make that make sense. Please make that make sense. This is coping to the next degree, my friends. Okay? She can't find a man. Another woman has already scooped up that man that she left. He's moved on with his life. You know how women feel about that shit. There's tons of videos on TikTok on women who are bawling because their man has moved on and she hasn't. And it's obvious this is a man with some degree of wealth. He has a farm. Yes, I know most farmers aren't rich. But the point is, you got acreage. The kids are there with another woman. I can tell you that's not going over well. So let's say she finds another man. Let's just say, hypothetically, that man now, you think he's going to be over at the house with her ex and his wife and all of them are going to have this big happy family? You know when it's going to get ticklish? When that other woman realizes that she's over there a little bit too much. That ex-wife is in my space a little bit too much. Right now, it's cool. But once she's ready to get serious, and if that woman decides to have another child with her ex, trust me, that woman is going to get very territorial. And the ex is going to start to see, this woman is going to start to see, oh, he's not spending as much time with me anymore. Right now, she's still sort of a wife. There's another woman there, but she still gets to come over and enjoy some of the perks of what this man still has available. She's still getting that, but that's going to change very quickly. So guys, I just wanted to give you a glimpse into the minds of these women who've left their husband, who are in their 40s and 50s, who are coping. The stupidity of it. And I'm hoping that my female followers will actually see the problems that they're going to face if they decide to leave their husbands. It is never a good idea. Never. So I'm going to leave that here, right there with you guys. Go over to the wall. I'm going to put a link to this video because there's some more commentary in here that wasn't my opinion, but you guys might want to listen to it because it's good stuff. All right, check him out. And of course, love to have your comments. Okay, so guys, listen, subscribe, give me a thumbs up on your way out. Hit me up on askanolderman.com if you want to book a session. Okay, so remember, whenever in doubt, always ask an older man. I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.